Hey everybody, it's Jolly, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. And I'm here with a very quick sort of share of my fourth and final make for the Seek, Gather, Create, the February 2026 edition. And if you don't know what Seek, Gather, Create is, it is a challenge that's hosted twice a year by over on Instagram primarily by Lisa Goddard, Tina Hoyce, and Laura Dennison. And basically, they give four prompts each week in the month of February uh, of items to seek, to gather, and then to make whatever you want with them. And so I've been mostly doing little assemblage, however you want to say it. And so this is my make for week 4. And so the prompts for this week were something pink, zigzag, a pocket, and something with wings. And so what I decided to make is an altered teabag sachet. So I think maybe about a year ago or a long time ago, I saw a video by Alison Bomber on her YouTube channel, which is Words and Pictures, and she made little altered teabag sachets. So basically, this was basically a little wrapper that goes around a tea bag sometimes you get. And so she was altering them and collaging on them. And that's something I've had on my list of things I want to try for a long time. And so with the prompt pocket, I thought this would be a perfect opportunity. So yeah, this was just a, regular tea bag sachet that a tea bag came in. I covered it with gesso, white gesso, and then I painted it with I believe it was a Dilutions paint in a pink quartz, um, and then used a Tim Holtz Stampers Anonymous stencil to get the zigzag, and I just went over it with um, an archival ink, and then I splattered it with some gold ink. So that's the outside. And then again, used another phrase from the hymnal that I've been using for words and outline that with a gold paint pen. And it says, I am safe, obviously. And then the closure. So again, one of the prompts was something with wings. So this is actually just a air dry clay butterfly that I made using a silicone mold. And once it dried, I painted it with sort of a brown paint and then went over it with a gold Inca Gold. And then what I did was I mounted that onto a little magnet. So it has a little magnet closure and it gets that little satisfying click when you open and close it. And then inside, again, I did both sides of the tea sachet. So I actually ended up taking it apart so I could alter it and then just glued it back together. And then underneath, we have under his wings. And so under his wings, I am safe, or I am safe under his wings, depending on how you open it. And then inside, tucked in the pocket, is another thing with wings. So this is, I believe, from a tintype that I scanned and then printed out. And then I used the Tim Holtz Stampers Anonymous butterfly stamp. And I stamped with embossing ink onto tracing paper or vellum and heat set that. And then I just sort of cut it out and attached it to the little guy. So, and then he just sort of lives in the pocket. So again, we've got our pink, we've got our zigzag, we've got our something with wings, and we've got our pocket. And so that's really all there is to it. Again, very simple make, but a technique that I really wanted to try. And I'm glad I did. And I think I'll probably be making more of these in the future. But so that's my final make for this edition of Seek, Gather, Create. It was my first time participating in this challenge, and I really, really enjoyed it. I liked how the prompts pushed me. I loved seeing how everyone interpreted them differently. including the hosts. And yeah, just really enjoyed this challenge, and I can't wait till August to participate again. And yeah, and then in other news, I did start the 100-day challenge this past Sunday. I'm filming this on Friday, February 27th. So this past Sunday, the 22nd, I began the 100-day challenge, and I am making little twinchies or 2 inch by 2 inch squares. And then I've got a list of prompts that I'm using to inspire me, and I'm just making basically a twinchie a day. And so I've been sharing a photo of each day's make over on my Instagram. And then what I'm going to do is each weekend, or at the end of each week, I'm going to do a really quick YouTube video just sharing what I made that week. So that'll be probably the next thing you see on this channel. And yeah, I hope you have a great weekend. And thank you so much for checking out this video. Bye.